Hey, congratulations, bro. About time you popped the question, eh? Although, I'm surprised Alice said yes. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm happy for you too. Oh, I guess you heard about my engagement then. Yeah, I was over at Mom and Dad's this weekend and they told me about it. I'm really happy for you, bro. It's great that you're settling down and Ella's a really sweet girl. You're lucky. Yeah, I guess. What do you mean? Why do you sound so sad? I don't know. I guess I just thought that I wouldn't be settling down for a while. It just kind of sucks that I'll be with one woman for the rest of my life. But Ella's great. She's sweet, funny, and really kind. You really found a good woman there. But she's not as fun as some other women. All those other girls at the club and stuff, they really know how to have a good time. Yeah, I guess, but they're not as good as Ella. Who'd want a flaky girl from the club who's likely only looking for a one-night stand over a sweet woman who you can actually build a life with? Yeah, I suppose. I mean, at least she comes from a fairly wealthy family as well. That's a plus. Yeah, but money isn't everything. She has much better qualities than just being from a wealthy family. Jeez, you've always been a bit of a sap, haven't you? Money is really only the most important thing. It really isn't, Lewis. You should really already know that by now. If you go into this marriage thinking that money is the only important thing, then I don't think it'll last too long. You don't really want to lose Ella because of some silly notion about money, do you? Hang on, where do you get off on lecturing me? I'm the older brother here, so I think I know a bit more about the world than you do. Money's what makes the world go around, so getting it is the most important thing, no matter how you acquire that wealth. Yeah, Ella is nice, but her money's even nicer. Bro, you really need to check your attitude. I can't believe you just said that. Yeah, well, it's true and you know it. Even if you won't admit it. In fact, thanks to Ella's wealth, we're gonna have a massive wedding and invite a load of guests so that we can show off how happy we are. You mean so you can show off how rich you are? Whatever. Well, I guess I'll see you at the wedding then. Hey bro, you about? Yeah, what's up? I was just wondering if you'd sent out the wedding invitations yet. I know the wedding isn't too far away and I haven't received mine yet. Yeah, we sent them out ages ago. Oh, I think mine must have gotten lost in the mail because I've not had anything come through. Oh, no, it's not lost. Huh. Well, where is it then? Don't you need me to RSVP and stuff? I didn't send you one. What? Why not? Well, it's pretty clear, isn't it? I don't want you to come to my wedding. What? What on earth are you on about? Why don't you want me to come to your wedding? I'm your brother. It's simple, really. You're just not classy enough or rich enough. That's all there is to it, really. Hang on, let me get this straight. You're not inviting me to your wedding because you think that I'm not rich enough? How shallow can you be? Let's face it, Ella comes from a very wealthy family, so she's used to being surrounded by people who have that same level of wealth as her. She'd probably end up feeling really uncomfortable if she had to be forced to spend time with people who weren't from the same level of class as her. As well as that, I'm also trying to integrate myself into a higher society of people. Now that I'm gonna have Ella's wealth to back me up, and I don't want you making me look like some poor person from a poor family. I have an image that I need to maintain now, you know? Oh yes, how rude of me. I'm guessing that Mom and Dad have been booted from the guest list as well then? What? No, don't be silly. They're gonna be there. I couldn't have a wedding without them. Okay, then surely your friends aren't invited. After all, they're not really the high society type, are they? More like soccer yobs who'll get rowdy and cause a fight if their team loses. Or if they get too drunk, which, let's face it, is bound to happen at a wedding. Nah, my friends will be there. I mean, me and Johnny have been friends since preschool. I couldn't not invite him, especially since he invited me to his wedding. Then why am I the only one who isn't invited to this thing? What have I done that's annoyed you so much that you don't even want your brother at your wedding? What's the one thing that all these other people have that you don't? That's the simple question. What's that then? A job. Plain and simple. They all work, and they all get paid to do that work. As long as they appear to be hardworking and earning money, or in the case of mom and dad, retired after working hard for their money over the years, then that's okay. But you don't come across like that at all. You don't have a job, and I honestly don't think that you're even bothering to search for one at the minute, are you? I can't have someone of my own family who's so blatantly lazy and freeloading and turning up to my wedding and making me look bad. So really, it's your own fault that you've not been invited. What? That's seriously the reason why you don't want me to see you get married? Because you think that I'll embarrass you in front of Ella and her family because I don't have as much money as them? Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, if it was the other way around and you were getting married to someone much wealthier than you, you'd want to come across as good as possible and not include the failures in your family in the wedding. It's just not a smart thing to do. Wow, so now I'm a failure, am I? What do you even know about my life and what I'm achieving in it? When was the last time you even took any interest in me or what I was doing? I really don't have time to do that. Yeah, I can see that. You're too busy planning on becoming the next bloody Rockefeller to have time to actually interact with us normal people. Make fun all you want, but I think you're just jealous that I'm marrying a rich girl and you're not. It's quite sad how you're lashing out because of this jealousy, though. You need to get a grip. Okay, first of all, I'm not jealous of you. Secondly, I'm upset because my brother has apparently turned into such a stuck-up poser that he can't even be bothered to invite his family along to his wedding. The most important day of his life? You can see it through the pictures and stuff. There'll be plenty of them. We're hiring one of the best wedding photographers that we can. Me and Ella want our wedding pictures to be one of a kind. No, I'm fine. If you want me to have nothing to do with your wedding, then I'll have nothing to do with it. I don't want to see or hear anything about it at all. Now you're just being petty. No, I'm pretty sure you're the petty one the minute you didn't invite me to your wedding simply because you thought I'm too poor. There's no think about it. I know you're poor because you don't have a job. It's quite simple. Uh-huh. That's what you believe. What do you mean if that's what I believe? It's the truth, isn't it? Antonio? Bro, don't play around now. You are still unemployed, right? Ah, whatever. The fact that you're not responding clearly proves that you are. I'm definitely making the right choice, not inviting you to my wedding. Hey, Mom? Where are you? And Dad? The wedding's gonna start soon, and I'm not seeing you around. Ella's parents are starting to wonder where you've gone to. I think if you don't show up soon, they're gonna think that you don't approve of our marriage.
Well, they'd be right to assume that.
Huh?
How could your father and I approve this wedding when the only reason you're marrying this girl is for her money? You don't actually care about her. Your dad and I simply can't condone something like this.
Who told you all of this? It was Antonio, wasn't it?
So what if it was your brother?
I knew that he was jealous of me, but to stoop so low as to involve you two is ridiculous. All because I didn't invite him to the wedding.
Hang on, you didn't invite Antonio to the wedding?
No.
Well, why not?
He's too poor for this crowd. Without a job, he looks really pathetic, and I can't have someone like that associated with me.
What are you on about without a job? Antonio's had a job for months now, and a really high-paying one at that.
What?
Yeah, your brother decided to become an artisan jewelry maker. I must admit, at first I was quite skeptical of his choice, as I thought there was simply no way that there was money to be made in a job like that. But Antonio had gotten really good at his craft. He's able to charge hundreds and even thousands of dollars for some of his jewelry. He really does do quite exquisite and beautiful work.
He does?
Yeah, as your wedding gift, I'm pretty certain he was going to give you and Ella unique and bespoke wedding rings. Although, with how you've treated him, I highly doubt he'll do that now.
Hang on. Hey, bro, so I've changed my mind and you can come to the wedding. You'll have to be quick, though, because the ceremony's gonna start soon. Oh, and Mom told me about your idea for our wedding gifts, so if you want to bring those rings with you, it would save them going to waste, right? Ah, so that's why you want me to suddenly come to your wedding now. You found out that I'm not some poor loser and that I'm actually earning quite a lot of money doing what I love. You also just want free gifts. What? That's not true. You're my brother. Of course I want you there. Uh-huh, sure. Except that you don't, because you were telling me the other day that I would simply ruin your reputation. I was just joking, you know that. Yeah, no, I'm not coming to your wedding, and you're not getting the rings off of me. I'll just sell them online. Oh, come on, man. Don't be such a spoiled sport. Just bring the rings, okay? Actually, I don't think Ella will be wanting hers. I mean, she seemed really angry at you. Huh? What do you mean? I told her that you were only marrying her for her money. You did what? Yeah, she didn't take it too lightly. I wouldn't be surprised when you look in the room that everyone is up and left. Why would you do such a horrible thing? She deserved to know the truth about the person that she was marrying. I couldn't let her just walk in blindly into being your wife when you don't even care for her. She's much too sweet for that. I can't believe you did that. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Maybe next time you'll actually take more note of the people who you're supposed to care for, rather than money. Whilst I did feel slightly guilty for ruining my brother's wedding, Ella simply deserved to know the truth behind the marriage. Otherwise, she would have just been miserable, trapped in a loveless marriage. After the embarrassment of being left at the altar, Lewis never heard from Ella again, after she messaged him to tell him that they were over. As for me, I continued with my jewelry making business, which actually grew in popularity a lot. I'm currently earning lots of money doing what I love, and I've even sold some pieces to quite famous people. It just goes to show that money isn't everything. Whether it be your family, your job, or something else, there's more to life than money.
Hey Tessa, Alicia, where are you guys? Mom said something about going on a trip somewhere?
Oh, yeah, we left already. We're going on a road trip to California to meet up with some guys.
Huh? But why wasn't I invited? I would have loved to come with you guys. We could have made it a sister's getaway. Like, we could have planned it all out and stopped along the way at different sites and stuff.
Yeah, but we can't really do that now.
Well, when did you leave?
Just this morning, maybe like an hour or two ago.
Well, that's not too far away. If you stop there, maybe Mom could run me out to you and we can continue the rest of the journey together? Just give me a little time to sort a bag out, and then I'll be with you as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be possible.
Why not?
Look, I was trying not to hurt your feelings and all, but me and Alicia don't want you coming on this trip with us.
What?
This isn't a normal trip. It's not like a vacation. We decided that we are both fed up with being single. We want to find ourselves a husband, so that's what this trip is about.
But you're going to California.
Yeah, so?
You really think you're going to find a husband all the way in California?
Yeah, why wouldn't we?
Well, why there? Surely you could have found someone a bit closer to home.
We can't just start dating any random guy. We've both got some pretty specific requirements about the kind of guys that we want to marry.
Like what?
Well, I want someone who is kind, makes me laugh, and loves the outdoors. Alicia wants someone who is really outgoing. I mean, you know what she's like. She also wants them to be fun and up for anything. But the most important thing about the men we want to marry is that they've both got to be really hot and have quite a lot of money.
And you're going to find men like that in California?
California is like home to the hot surfer dude. Everyone knows that.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind finding someone to be with as well. It would be nice to be able to have someone to talk to and spend time with. I could catch a flight if you don't want to wait for me and meet you and Alicia at the hotel.
I've already said that we don't want you tagging along with us.
But why not? What have I done that could possibly have upset you two?
It's not that you've done anything. It's just that, well, me and Alicia happen to look a certain way and guys tend to respond to it. You don't really fit in.
What? Are you saying that you think I'm ugly?
You said it, not me.
I can't believe you'd say something like that.
Look, you have to admit that you're not as pretty as me and Alicia, right?
Well, I might not prescribe to that bleach blonde Barbie look, but that doesn't mean that I'm ugly.
But that's the thing. Even if you did try to make yourself look like me and Alicia, it wouldn't work. You're too big and your features are all wrong. If you were to come to the beach and look for guys with us, we'd end up meeting no one. And do you know why?
Why?
Because they'd all be too embarrassed to come and talk to me and Leash while you are standing there. Guys would obviously want to talk to us, but they'd feel obligated to talk to you as well. It would then get really awkward because they'd want to take us on a date and they'd feel like they'd have to ask you as well, when they really didn't want to. So, in order to not end up in that situation, they'd just not talk to us.
Wow, you really think I'm so ugly that no one would want to come and talk to me?
It's not your fault. You can't help how you were born. Although you could probably exercise a bit more to get rid of some of that chub you have. It might help you out a little bit. You could join the gym that me and Leash go to.
I can't believe my own sister would put me down like this. I'm going to see what Alicia says about all this. For all I know, you're just being horrible and Alicia has no clue what you're actually saying.
I mean, you're welcome to ask her, but you might not like her answer. You know she's way more blunt than I am.
Whatever, we'll just see. Hey Alicia, Tessa and I were just talking about the trip you and her are going on and why she doesn't want me there. But she's just being horrible, right? You don't actually think that I'm that ugly that guys wouldn't want to talk to me, do you?
In all honesty, yeah, I do.
What?
Whose idea do you think it was to leave you behind in the first place? I'm looking for a new husband, and I don't want him scared off by your face.
But
Look, I'm driving so I can't talk. Just don't follow us. I won't be responsible for looking after you, and if you do turn up anyway, then I'll just act like I have no idea who you are. It's not as if we look the same.
fine then, do whatever you want. I won't bother you with my ugliness anymore. In fact, I'll make sure to stay out of your lives so that you never have to see my ugly face ever again.
Oh, stop being so overdramatic. It's not like we're saying that we don't want to spend time with you or that you're not our sister. We just want to have a good chance at meeting some hot guys, and you being there would ruin any chances we might have. That's it. We'll see you when we get back.
No, I don't think you will.
Look, we'll talk about it when we get back. Till then, just don't text us, okay? I don't want to be dealing with you when I'm trying to meet my future husband.
Whatever.
Hey Joe, we're back. Sorry we haven't messaged for a while. It was a bit hectic over in Cali. Can you believe that neither me nor Alicia found a husband though? I mean, I thought for sure we would. But I suppose it was a big enough holiday in the end. Joy, are you there?
What do you want, Tessa?
Well, I just thought that I'd let you know that me and Alicia were back. Thought you might want to come around and have a chat. Hear about how our search for the perfect husbands turned into a horrible fail, lol.
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me that you're still upset that we went without you. Honestly, you wouldn't have enjoyed going anyway. All we did was spend our days on the beach and our nights in clubs. I know you hate clubs, and you definitely would have found the beach boring. You've always been more of an adventurer.
Nope, I'm just busy.
Oh, doing what?
I'm currently on my way to Italy, actually.
What? Italy? Why are you going there? Surely you're not going to have a good time on your own. Why didn't you tell me and Alicia? We've always wanted to go, and we would have been more than happy to go with you.
I'm not going on my own.
Who are you going with?
I'm actually heading there with my boyfriend, Tim.
Okay, Joy, there's no need to lie to me. Making up a boyfriend just to get back at me and Leash is kind of sad.
I'm not making him up. I'll send you a photo.
Oh wow, he's really cute. How on earth did you manage to snag him? He's not with you on a pity date kind of thing, is he? 'Cause that would be really sad, and I'd hate for you to get hurt like that.
Geez, thank you for the vote of confidence.
Well, what is it then? There's no way someone who looks like you could actually be dating someone as handsome as him. So how did you manage to bribe him into being with you?
If you must know, after you and Alicia went on your trip a few weeks ago, and so pleasantly told me that you thought I was so ugly I wasn't worthy to be seen with you, I was incredibly hurt. I felt so insecure that I actually started going to the gym, like you suggested, to work out for at least 3 hours a day, and I began to skip meals and eat very little.
That's not very healthy.
Yeah, I know. After about a week or two of doing this, I'd notably lost weight, but I still felt awful. I ended up having a bit of a breakdown in a dessert shop as I ordered whatever I could. Thankfully, while I was crying my eyes out, Tim came over and asked me what was wrong. I ended up telling him everything.
Everything? Like what me and Alicia said?
Yeah. He was disgusted that my own sisters would say something so horrible to me. After talking for a little, we really got to know each other. And after that, Tim asked me out on a date, and we've been seeing each other ever since.
So he's not likely going to want to go out with me or Alicia then?
Well, considering he's dating me, I doubt it very much. It's so typical that after telling you how awful you made me feel, all you can think about is if you can steal my boyfriend away from me.
That's not... It's just, he seems a bit out of your league. Surely he would be more comfortable with someone a bit more his attractiveness level?
Trust me, he's dealt with girls like you and Leash for the majority of his life. He knows exactly what kind of people you two are, and he wants nothing to do with you.
Oh, and what kind of person am I then?
You're someone who only thinks of herself. All you're interested in is finding a man who's handsome and rich so that you can flaunt him like a new handbag. You wouldn't actually care about his feelings or what he thinks. You just use him for your own means.
I am not like that.
The sad thing is, because of how self-centered and vain you are, you'll probably end up missing out on meeting someone who's really great and likes you for more than just your looks. Because, let's face it, they won't last forever.
That's not true. I mean, you managed to find a cute, rich guy, so how hard could it be?
Yeah, I did, but that's because I'm not shallow like you or Alicia. I know I might not be the best looking person out there, but I'm happy with who I am. I'm kind and caring, and what I'm like as a person is worth 10 times your looks. Tim saw that, which is why he likes me. He doesn't care if I'm not a so-called 10. I listen to him and make him feel valued. That's what's important.
Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you think it's funny that neither you nor Alicia were able to find boyfriends whilst you were away? It's not because you look bad, I'll give you that. And I wasn't even there to screw it up. It's because you're both as dull as white paint.
How dare you?
Look, I don't really care what you think of me anymore. I know I'll never be up to your standards, but I'm really okay with that. I just hope that you two sort yourselves out and realize what's really important before it's too late. After that conversation with Tessa, Tim and I went on to enjoy a wonderful time in Italy. Because Tim is a famous landscape photographer, he travels the world looking for the best landscapes to take pictures of. This means I get to go with him and see all of these amazing sights. The two of us make sure to support and help each other in everything we do, and because of that, we have really grown to love each other. Tim even asked me to marry him. As for my sisters, they're still looking for love. Alicia is still as self-centered and selfish as ever, meaning that she hasn't worked on herself one bit, which is probably why all the good men are avoiding her. Tessa has listened to me a little bit, and while she is still concerned with her looks, she's recently signed up for a nursing course to try and expand her intellectual and emotional capabilities. Because of this, she seems to have met quite a nice paramedic, so hopefully she continues to work on herself and develop a proper relationship. Life isn't just about looks. It also matters what's in your heart, as that is what truly lasts forever.